My name is Glenda Knoll, and I am Whimsical Windows and Words number 28 on the Wave Tour. I've always had a love for windows, and I even remember as a very young child, on the first day of school, I always wanted to sit by the window because the window always allowed me to dream. About 7 years ago, the windows in my house in Winnipeg were being removed, and they were old wooden windows. They were being removed, and I was having energy efficient windows put in. I asked the guy who was doing my windows what would happen to my old windows, and he said they're all going to the landfill. And so that's what made me decide that I could use windows as a palette. My dad passed away about 3 years ago. And when he passed away, I went into the garage to take a look at all the things that needed to be removed. And when I looked up into the rafters, they were full of driftwood that had been picked up along the beach from my mom. My mom used to walk the beach every day. And she would bring it home, and then my dad would clean it, and he'd put it up in the rafters. And it was his intention one day to use the driftwood for something that he could give away as a gift, such as that owl that's sitting over there. And but then he passed away, and so I needed to honor him in some way, and I started playing around a little bit with wood. And so I love houses. I've always loved houses. They're one of the first things that I started painting, and so I thought I could build houses out of driftwood. And so they represent community to me, and community is probably one of the most important things that has been a part of my life. 95% of the stuff that I create is repurposed, so whether it's windows or driftwood that I find on the beach, because there's nothing more fun for me than to rush down to the beach to find what's washed up after a storm. And so I collect the glass that's there and driftwood, and then I bring it home and clean it, and inevitably it ends up in my art. COVID was a challenge for me, but also I was thinking at the time that COVID struck that I would have more time to do painting. And it's true, I had a little bit more time to do painting, but because I love community so much, I really missed the people in my life and the community that was around me. And so no doubt I missed the wave and the people washing in from the wave. I have this friend that lives out here in Matlock, and he challenged me to do functional art. And so then he asked me if I would paint some pillows for him. He challenged me to paint on fabric, which is something that I've never done before. And so I have a whole bunch of pillows here that are ready to be sold. Then I moved over onto quainting, which is also painting on fabric, and these are some of my quaintings here. I have a friend that takes my painting and quilts around it, and so because she's a quilter and I'm a painter, we've come together to call ourselves Quainters. So it's just sort of a new direction that I'm moving in right now. I'm Glenda Knoll, and I'm number 28 on the Wave Tour.